Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Burnley guys, away from home at Turf Moor. Before I start today's video guys, this video will not be fully edited due to the fact that our next game against Southampton is in the next few days. I unfortunately don't have enough time to edit this video, unfortunately. Currently filming this, it's Wednesday night. Our next game's on Saturday. I don't have enough time to edit this video, unfortunately, but please bear with me. My next video will be fully edited. But yes, guys, get into the game now. We bloody drew to Burnley. Bloody Burnley, we bloody drew to them. An awful result for Man United. We've dropped 2 points. It's disappointing. Frustrating to watch yet again by Manchester United. It's just a shambles. It's embarrassing. It's just simply not good enough by these players. But I'll get into it in a minute guys. But yes guys, we made 5 changes from last game against West Ham. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Delo, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, Pogba, McTominay, Rashford, Bruno, Sancho and Cavani. Get into the overreaction now. Man United held at Burnley. Man United drop out of top 4 with draw at Burnley. Another missed opportunity, 2 points dropped. What a shambles, bunch of bottle jobs. It's embarrassing, not good enough. What can I say? Bloody unbelievable. Inconsistency to its best. It's disappointing, annoying and frustrating. I'm fuming. What a joke. There's players on that pitch that shouldn't be wearing the Man United shirt. Proper weak mentality in this team. We should have killed the game off in the first half. Teams like Burnley you have to beat. We controlled and dominated the game. It was a game of 2 halves. We should have been 3-0 up after bad decisions by the officials. Crazy chances, but chances we didn't take. We need to start to be more clinical. We had a positive first half. We let Burnley back in the game. De Gea made some fantastic saves. Defence was all over the place. We gave away possession in silly areas. We gave away possession too easily. We made mistakes. We need to start to kill mistakes. Burnley knew that they were still in the game. We didn't expect a reaction from Burnley. No reaction from the players after conceding. The heads dropped. Is it time to drop Maguire? We couldn't get back into the game. Ralph went for it and it didn't work. We deserved what we got in the end. That should have been 3 points today. Game management was good. Decision making was okay. First half, fantastic. Second half, not good enough. Overall, disappointing performance. Now, coming into this game, we knew we were playing Burnley. Now, I'm fuming how we've drew that to Burnley. Now, coming into this game, Burnley have only won 1 game. That 1 game that they've won again is against Brentford. At home, I think it was 4-1, right? And they've conceded less goals than us, right? I've got no problem with that whatsoever. Credit to Burnley. I think, you know, they did what they needed to do in the second half. I thought they were shit in that first half, but more importantly, I am so disappointed with that performance out there last night. This is a game that you should be coming into and say, Burnley, right, bottom of the league, 1 win, and you know they're fighting for their lives. I said this in my last video. I said they're fighting for their lives, they're fighting for points, and I said that as well. What have they done in the last 2 games? They went to the Emirates, they got a clean sheet, and they got a point. Difficult to get points from the Emirates as well. So well done to them, they got a point there. They got a point on Saturday against Watford. These players have not seen what they're trying to do. I know Burnley are trying to get themselves out of this relegation fight and this relegation zone. I know they have only got 1 win, but it's embarrassing to draw to a team that's bottom of the league. When you see that game against bottom of the league side, whoever it is, Burnley, Brighton, Southampton, whoever it is, you have got to beat that team. It's simply a must win and must 3 points. If you can't get the 3 points against bottom of the league, there's something wrong with you. And I think there's something wrong with this team right now. And I'll tell you why in a minute as well. But I'm sick and tired of this team, you know, underestimating teams, thinking it's going to be a stroll in the park and we'll get away with it every single time. It's a weak mentality in this team, and it's got to change. I am sick and tired of these players doing it week in, week out. They did it against Middlesbrough. They thought this is a walk in the park. We'll get away with this, and you know we lost. We're out another FA Cup, by the way. That video is for another one, by the way. But we're out of that already, and that was a shambles as well on Friday night. Coming into this, you would have been wanted to see improvement by this team. We saw improvement in the first half. Second half, especially, was poor. It's not good enough. And I mean, teams like Burnley, you've got to beat. You have to get the 3 points. You have to win. However you win it, it doesn't matter. Just get the 3 points and get the win. But we failed to do that against bottom of the league, against Burnley. It's not good enough. Simply not good enough from these players. And you sort of do question, are these players good enough? Or is it just these players not taking on coaching instructions at the minute? And I'll tell you what, I'll get into that later into this video as well. But I'm sick and tired of this team underestimating teams with a weak mentality as well. And they think they're going to get away with it every single time. They think they're going to get away with it, and they didn't last night. They thought they were going to get away with it last night against Burnley. They thought we'll just get one great moment from somewhere, and that will win us the game. They're probably trying to do that, but I mean, come on. When you see that those substitutions come on, you would say they've got to make an impact. Ronaldo had 2 great headers to win us the game. Didn't happen. Cavani had a chance. Didn't happen. You know, chances there in the game that we should have took, and it's not good enough. It's simply not good enough from these players, and I'm sick and tired of these players with a weak mentality, and it's inconsistency to its best. We're not consistent enough. We're just drawing one game, draw the next, win the next one, lose the next one. We're all over the place. No consistency in this team whatsoever, and it's just embarrassing. It's just absolutely embarrassing. What did I make of the performance? I thought it was a disappointing performance all round from the players. I mean, great first half. I mean, it was a game of 2 halves. Obviously, the first half was brilliant. I thought we came out on the front foot, energetic, aggressive. You know, created a few good chances. Obviously, on goal, and then obviously we get that free kick. You're thinking. Brilliant ball by Bruno, by the way. That brilliant ball by Bruno was fantastic. And then Varane scores a perfect good goal. You're thinking that's 1-0. VAR goes against us. Doesn't allow the goal as well. Then you're thinking, right, okay, let's carry on. We're playing with a lot of energy, a lot of fluidity in the team. Aggressive, on the front foot. We're ruthless. We found the spaces. We found the open spaces where we could really attack them, and I think, you know, we then kept going. We then got another decision go against us. Pogba scores, not a foul. That's 2-0 up, all the way. And then after that, we finally get the goal that we deserve. The first goal comes, great goal by Pogba, and then you're thinking, you know, we should kill this game off in the first half, and we should have done. With the chances that we created, and we just created chances after chance after chance, and we didn't take them. And then one of those chances was when Cavani was through on goal. I think he should have just threw his head onto the ball, and I think if he threw his head to the ball, I think that could have been 2-0, and that could have been the game wrapped up and finished. But Cavani just waited the ball to come to him. I think if Cavani was a little bit more on his feet and had quicker movement, I think that was in the goal all day every day. But it was a little bit lazy. Cavani as well. Second half, dreadful. I think we came out. The first thing you'd say to these players, expect a reaction from Burnley. Burnley are only 1-0 down. First thing what Sean Dyche would have said with his team is bring the lines up, play with high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, and that's what they've gone and done. They've gone out there, they've gone out there. They were aggressive from the get-go, play with energy. And then, you know, hadn't created a chance all game as well. And then what did they go and do? And when you create all those good chances, and it happened against Middlesbrough as well, and they'll just punish you. And they punished us, they got a goal back, and it was just disappointing. I mean, that first goal was dreadful. That goal that we conceded was absolutely dreadful to concede. It is, because you look at that goal and you say, we should not be conceding a goal like that. It's just dreadful to concede, you know. Because what we've just practically done is Wakehorse has just got the ball, he spun Maguire, Deleu's not even determined to get the ball or win the ball back or anything like that, just letting it down to Varane to do the dirty work, letting it down to De Gea, who's won 2 Player of the Month awards and a Premier League award as well, just to go and say, go on, save us. No, it's not good enough. And the defence was just poor. We let them back in the game, and then I think then it was all down to how the substitutions made an impact. Did they make an impact? I think they did, yes, but they didn't do enough. And obviously Ronaldo had two headers opportunities to win us the game, at least. And Ralph had no other option but to go for it. Through on Ronaldo, through on Lingard. as well, and we had nothing to lose and didn't work out. And it did that against West Ham, but we got the win. We got the 3 points, and now after that setback, we're not even in the top 4 now. It's not good enough. And also another thing that I'm worried about is Tottenham. They're playing tonight against Southampton. They win that tonight, they're on the same points as us, and they've got 3 games in hand as well. It's just not good enough. And that game last night was a must win and must 3 points. We've dropped 2 points because of it, and now the next games have just got lots of pressure to go and win those games now. So you're practically saying now we've got to beat 2 teams that are on the south coast, Southampton and Brighton. That Brighton game is going to be so vital in the week. If we don't win that, top 4's gone, because that's a game in hand that you've got to win. So let's see. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just disappointing to drop 2 fucking points against the shit Burnley side that have won 1 game this season, and it's not good enough, and you expect more from your players as well. It's just not good enough. Disappointing performance in the end. It was a game of 2 halves, brilliant first half and a poor second half. It's another opportunity missed and 2 points dropped. Yeah, 2 points dropped all day, every day. You know, going into this game against Burnley, you know, you can't drop points. You know, it's a must win and must 3 points, and you can't afford to drop 2 points. And what have we gone and done? We've dropped 2 points against a shit Burnley side that are fighting for survival, that are fighting for points, that want to get out of the relegation zone. It'll be funny if they get relegated, but the thing is though, they need wins though. I mean, they've got some tough fixtures coming up. They've just had us, now having to play Liverpool on the weekend. I think they've got Leeds after that as well. So yeah, it's a missed opportunity. But not only just that, we've dropped 2 points from it as well. And countless times, I'm sure we've done it this season where we've dropped 2 points and said, you know, when you keep dropping points, it sucks you in, and then as soon as you get sucked in, you'll end up missing out on top 4 as well. And if we keep dropping points like idiots, we're not going to get top 4. Simple as. So it's another opportunity missed. Dropped 2 points because of it. Game of 2 halves, and we were brilliant in that first half. Second part was just poor and not simply good enough, and we got what we deserved at the end of the day. It was a great start to the game. Varane scored a perfect good goal 12 minutes in to take the lead. Pogba then scores a goal that got disallowed for a foul. Did VAR make the right calls? No. Now, I want to rip into VAR. I'm sorry, but you look at that first goal that Varane scored. We scored a great good goal there. There's nothing wrong with it, and I'll tell you why. They were looking in for a foul and also an offside. There was no foul whatsoever, and the offside is absolutely unbelievable to give, because Maguire was pushed into an offside position. He's then had to get himself back onside, and then he's stopped Jay Rodriguez's run to say that that was a foul, but it wasn't a foul. Jay Rodriguez was never getting to the ball in the first place. So to say that that's an offside, and an offside position as well, when you're not even interfering with play, it's unbelievable, because does Maguire touch the ball? No. Simply a goal, that. VAR. Second one, Paul Pogba, foul? No, never. It's a goal in a million years. We should have been 2-0 up because of poor officials. Should have been 2-0 up even before that, and then we get the goal, and then we're having to create more chances to put the game to bed. And then did we get that second goal to kill the game off? No, because then we couldn't even see the game out then. But it's not good enough. These VAR calls are just a joke at the minute. We had a VAR call just go against us against Middlesbrough on Friday night. That was a blatant handball. I don't know what VAR's doing at the minute. I just don't understand the rules. They're all going against us at the minute. It's just not good enough. And we scored a perfect good goal to go 1-0 up, and that should be not going to VAR. It just ruins the whole game. Varane's going celebrating, thinking it's his first Man United goal, and he goes away, and it's not even a goal. Second one, Paul Pogba. There's no bloody foul. It's strength. You've got to be better. You know, it's a bloody goal. It's just not good enough. VAR's just been going against us recently, and don't want to give us anything at this moment in time. We have had 72 shots on goal in 3 games, and only have scored 3 goals. How do we rectify it? Now, before I get into that, that's practically 24 shots on average per game, right? against West Ham, Middlesbrough and Burnley. And what we've practically done is this: we've scored 1 goal in 24 shots. Now, to all those people that are saying Rangnick's not the right man for the job, Rangnick's not doing a good job at the minute, I'm sorry, but is Rangnick the manager or the player? He's the manager, right? The players are the ones that are creating the goals and scoring the goals. He's not going around with a number 10 shirt on, is he? So you can't blame Ralph for that. Ralph is the one that is trying to implement his game plan, his tactics to the game. I thought the tactics in that Burnley game were brilliant in that first half. I don't know what the tactics were in the second half. I think we just completely went off the boil. But what it also is 15 on target as well. And it's like 1 in 5 are going on target as well. It's not good enough. You have to demand more from these players. It's the players that are not doing their job at the minute. You have to demand more from these players to go and do what they need to do. They're not scoring goals. 72 shots in 3 games, and score 3 goals. It just goes to show. 24 shots on average per game, and we're getting 1 goal in 24 shots. That's not good enough. Liverpool, Chelsea, City, they'll be scoring loads, and then we'll be putting them to bed. And how do we rectify it? Got to be clinical. Got to take your chances. You've got to have that quality in the final third to take your chances. If you don't have that, you're not going to win the fucking game. We didn't fucking win the game against Middlesbrough, and we didn't win the fucking game against fucking Burnley as well. We got away with it against West Ham, but the last 2 games we haven't got away with it. We need to start scoring more goals. Take your chances. Be clinical in front of goal. And we've got to see that quality in the final third. It's got to change. It's got to change. Who is my man of the match? Well, I'll tell you. I mean, De Gea didn't have much to do, but I don't think he was out playing for the goal. I thought Delot was all right. I thought Varane had a very good game. Maguire was poor. Shaw was very good. I enjoyed his performance. Pogba was very good. Obviously got us the goal. McTominay was okay. I thought Sancho was brilliant in that game. Bruno was brilliant as well. I thought he had a good game. Rashford had a good game as well, but a little bit selfish in times. Cavani had a bit of a poor game, to be honest. Should have scored a goal as well, but I think the one man that's been so brightly at the minute getting more involved is Jadon Sancho. I have to give it Jadon Sancho. He's brilliant at this moment in time. How do we beat Southampton? Now, obviously coming into our next game against Southampton on the weekend. Obviously Southampton are a team this season. Obviously got 5 wins on the board. Sat 12th on the table. Obviously they've got some fantastic players there. Got a lot of quality on the pitch. But got a very good manager as well. You do sort of question yourselves, how have they not won more games this season as well? But I think we're playing Southampton at a wrong time, I think, because they're in form at the minute. I think they've just won their FA Cup game, but before that they didn't even win their last Premier League game. So at the end of the day, are we playing them at the right time? I think we'll see what happens on the weekend, to be honest. But Southampton are a team that they're going to come into this game, win, lose or draw against Tottenham tonight. I think they'll be up for it. I think they'll come to Old Trafford. They'll be up for it again. They'll be up for it against Man United. They'll not play with a low block. They'll look to attackers. They'll look to win the game. They'll definitely want to take the 3 points back to Southampton. So, I mean, they're a side this season that they won't slack off. They won't say we're going to lose this. They want to perform. Put out. They want to turn up as well, and they want to get the 3 points. So you don't want to slack off this Southampton side. They're not coming here to mess around here. They do want the 3 points. I think we've got a tight and tactical game here on our hands against Southampton. It's not going to be an easy game. I can only see us scraping a win here against Southampton at best, but I think we will. I think Southampton are very good this season, but they can be very inconsistent at times, and they can lose the odd game as well here and there. So Southampton are an alright side this season, but they will win their respective games. But they know that they want to give us a game at Old Trafford. It's their FA Cup final. They want to fight for points, try get the win as well, and they know what the state we're in at the minute as well. They know that we've just got knocked out. They'll know that we've dropped points. I think if both teams drop points going into this one, then we're on the same page at the end of the day. So, but they're a team that's in form at the minute. They'll lose the odd game, I think, results have been inconsistent at times. Draw, loss, win, draw, loss, then it could be a loss, then a win. So very inconsistent. So it's two teams that are very coming into this game that are inconsistent, but they're very direct, physical, very technical. They like to exploit with different formations, like the 4-4-2. They could go with a 3-4-3, or they could go with a 4-2-3-1. So they like to exploit with different formations, but they like to match their opponent as well. But they'll give us a game. They're a brave team. They'll take risks, defensively organised. Watch out for their set pieces. Their set pieces are unbelievable as well. Watch out for the long ball as well, and they can be defensively vulnerable at times as well. But we have to be able to watch that balling from behind. We've got a commitment into the box. We must work hard in this game as well. I think we've got to win our duels, win our 50-50s, and win the second balls. We must defend properly. We've got to be organised. Got to get the crosses into the box. The passing needs to be quick. 1-2, but quick passing. Be quick on the break. Create the spaces. Attack the spaces. Drag them out of position. Stretch them out. If they play with a deep line, go and attack them. Don't give them any confidence or momentum. Capitalise on their mistakes. They do tend to make mistakes. Don't afford to make mistakes as well. Capitalise on our set pieces. Set pieces could come into play. I think in a game like this for them, the set pieces will come into play as well. So we have to defend properly in our set pieces. Do not allow them any space. Don't afford to make mistakes. Creativity is a must. Need a quick and bright start. Get an early goal would be crucial. Got to be aggressive. Got to be ruthless. Make the runs in from behind. Got to play with high intensity, high tempo, power of energy and purpose. Get between the lines. Make the runs in from behind. Make the runs in the right channels. Pick out the right pass. Get players in the forward areas. Got to create the chances. Take our chances. Be clinical. Be explosive on the break. The quality in the final third needs to be there. Got to control and dominate the game. Don't underestimate them as well. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Decision making will be key. Game management will be key. Don't leave any spaces or gaps open. We need to be tight and compact. Defensively frustrate Southampton. We need to have the desire to close them down. Got to be strong, committed. Play with a higher line. Don't afford to be lazy. Don't make mistakes in silly areas. Play with heart. Play with fight, heart, passion, pride, commitment, determination and desire. Show character and team spirit. We've got to be switched on at all times. Be focused and concentrated. Commitment into the box. Don't be afraid to make a tackle. Be brave, take risks. Don't give the ball away cheaply, and the midfield needs to close them down. Getting to the goals now. First goal, De Gea kicks it. Pogba heads it to Bruno. Bruno found Rashford. Rashford runs, sees Shaw on their overlap. Shaw puts in a fantastic cross into Pogba, and Pogba scores for 1-0. Getting to the stats. Possession for Burnley, it was 35.9%. For Man United, it was 64.1%. Goals for Burnley, it was 1. For Man United, it was 1. Total shots for Burnley, it was 9. And for Man United, it was 22. Shots on target for Burnley, it was 3. And for Man United, it was 5. Shot accuracy for Burnley, it was 33.3%. And for Man United, it was 22.7%. Shots inside the box for Burnley, it was 4. And for Man United, it was 16. Shots outside the box for Burnley, it was 5. For Man United, it was 6. Total passes for Burnley, it was 288 passes. And for Man United, it was 518 passes. Pass accuracy for Burnley, it was bang on 67%. And for Man United, it was 81.5%. Getting into the substitutions now. Cavani went off for Ronaldo. Talk about Edison's performance. Could have crowned his return with a poacher's goal, but the ball bounced off Pope's knee, and the miss was costly. Substituted for Cristiano Ronaldo. McTominay went off for Lingard. Talking about Scott's performance. Competed well in the physical duels, but could have done more when attacking openings came his way. Made way for Jesse Lingard. Rashford went off for Elanga. Talking about Marcus' performance. Tested Nick Pope combined with Shaw for the opening goal, but almost assisted Varane to make it 2-1. Sometimes guilty of not playing a key pass when it was on. Next up, we've got Southampton. Southampton are 12th in the table, and obviously they play Tottenham. So I think win, lose or draw that tonight. I think if they win, they'll definitely have the confidence going into our game on the weekend. I think if they lose or draw, I think they'll be still up for it though. It's their FA Cup final. Coming into a game like this, we have to prepare well for a game like this. Mentally, physically, we have to go in with the right game plan as well. But I think we have to physically be ready for this one. It's a physical game against them lot as well. So we have to be ready for that physical game with them. I think it's going to be a tight tactical game in a game like this. I think we're playing Southampton sort of a bit of a wrong time at the minute. So it's going to have to be a tight and tactical game to win against Southampton at this moment in time. That's where we're going to have to be, where the tactics are going to have to come into plan. I think coming into a game like this against Southampton, we know we have to make this game count. I think it's a massive game because it just puts pressure onto this game now that we've got to win. We have to win this game. We have to get the 3 points. We've got to be fun for a full 90 minutes and we have got to turn up to this game. But Southampton, they don't want to slack off. They know they've got an opportunity to get 3 points here. It's their FA Cup final. They want to be up for it themselves. I think they'll want to play with confidence and try and express themselves. We're going to have to come into this game on the front foot, aggressive, ruthless. I think getting the first goal is going to be crucial in a game like this as well. It's going to be a tight tactical game, so as soon as we get that first goal, it's all about game management, how to beat this Southampton side. You've got to be able to do the basics, and we've got to win the 50-50s, got to win the duels, and you've got to win the second balls, and you're going to have to be able to control and dominate the game against them as well. Getting the first goal is going to be crucial against Southampton. These players have got to be ready, got to prepare well physically. I think they have to be ready for this. Got to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality. It's never easy going up against Southampton, so they will give us a game. It's not going to be easy. They are going to give us a game. We have to be able to perform for a full 90 minutes, and we have to turn up and we have to make this game count for sure. Southampton, they're not slacking off. They do want the 3 points here. We have to be on our A game. It's going to be a tight tactical game. The tactics are going to have to come into play. Try win as the game. In all honesty, I think we'll scrape this, but it's all down to the tactics, because I think it's going to be a tight tactical game against Southampton. It's Ralph versus Ralph. Looking forward to this encounter. We have to be able to get the 3 points here against a very good Southampton side. Got lots of quality on the pitch, and we have to go and beat them at the end of the day. Southampton are scoring 1.2 goals per game. Southampton have conceded 1.5 goals per game. Southampton have won 5, drawn 10 and lost 7. They've lost to Everton 3-1, Wolves 1-0, Chelsea 3-1, Norwich 2-1, Liverpool 4-0, Arsenal 3-0 and Wolves 3-1. Southampton have lost 6 out of their 7 away games, so that does give us hope as well. Southampton's last win was against Brentford in a 4-0 win, and that was in January as well, so they've not won since January as well. Southampton have the 12th best defence in their league as well. The players to look out for is Forster, Walker-Peters, Stevens, Pennard, Livramento, Salisu, Benarek, Valerie, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Redmond, Dianjup, Stuart Armstrong, Teller, Elanusi, Diallo, Long, Adam Armstrong, Adams, Broja and Walcott. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.